Hi, this is my first story time for kids, broadcasting live. I was gonna do Goldilocks and the Three Bears, but for some reason it wasn't working out. I couldn't remember anything. I was just going blah 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 blah, and it didn't make any sense. So I'm gonna try again with a story about the three little pigs. One day, the three little pigs decided that it was time for them to move out of their house and to go out into the world and make their own house. And so the three little pigs went out on their adventure. Now the first little pig met a man that had straw. So he said, "Could I buy some straw from you so I can make a house?" And the man said, "Sure." And so the first little pig built his house out of straw. Now, the second little pig went on a little further and he found someone that had some sticks. So he asked the man if he could buy the sticks, and the man said, "Yeah." So that little pig made his house out of sticks. Now, the third little pig wasn't in quite such a hurry and he liked to do things just right, and he decided that he would build his house out of bricks. So he found somebody that sold him some bricks and he built his house out of bricks. So they all moved into their little house, and then one day a big wolf came over, and he was hungry. And he went to the first little pig's house and he knocked on the door. Little pig, let me in." And the pig said, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, you won't come in." So then the wolf said, "Well, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." And and that's just what he did. He huffed and he puffed when he blew the house out down. So the little pig ran and ran and ran and ran and ran and ran and ran until he got to his brother's house that was made out of sticks. And so the big bad wolf went, "Knock, knock, 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 little pig, let me in." And they both said, "No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, you won't come in." And then the wolf said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." And that's what he did. So then the two little pigs ran as fast as they could to their brother's house with a house of bricks. And they got inside just in time, because then the wolf went, "Knock, knock, 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 knock. Little pig, let me in." And they said, "No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, you won't come in." And so he said, "Well, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." And he tried. Nothing happened. Tried again as hard as he could. Nothing happened. He tried one more time. Nothing happened. So then he decided, "Oh, I'll climb up the chimney." So he climbed up the house and went down the chimney. And the little pigs knew that that was happening, so they had a big vat of cold water in the fireplace. And so when the big bad wolf slid down the chimney, he ended up in a big vat of cold water. It was very cold. And then the little pig said, "Why are you doing this? We've got a lot of spaghetti. If you're hungry, we'll feed you. You don't have to eat us." And then the wolf said, "Really?" And the little pig said, Sure, you can have some of our spaghetti. We got enough for everybody. You don't really want to eat pork. It's not good for you anyway." And the wolf said, "Oh, well, I thought I had to, because that's what wolves have always done." And pigs said, "Wow, if wolves would be jumping off the cliff, would you just be doing that just because wolves have always done that? Use your head, man. Do you even like pork?" "No, not particularly." "Well, do you like spaghetti?" "Whoa, I love spaghetti." "Well, come and have some spaghetti with us." So the the wolf and the three little pigs had spaghetti dinner, and then they went out to play. And if you believe that story, then you can come back again and I'll tell you some more silly stories because I just had a lot of fun with this one. So, if you're watching because you're bored, you can maybe ask your mommy and daddy to help you go to the library and get some books. And if you don't know how to read yet, well, you've come to the right place because I'm going to do everything I can to put together all of the best websites that I know that are going to help you learn to read. And then you won't have to depend on a grown-up to tell you the stories. You can read your own stories. And if you've got a dog or a cat or a doll or anything, you can start telling stories and reading stories to them. And then you won't be bored. You'll be so busy. You'll be happy. You'll forget you're sick. You'll forget that whatever you have to forget because you're sad. And then maybe you won't be quite so sad unless you want to be sad. And then there's all sorts of sad stories you can read. But anyways, it'll be your choice. You won't have to wait till somebody else does something to entertain you. So that's my story about the three little pigs. And I guess you see, every time you tell a story, you can change it whatever way you want because you're the storyteller. That's the magic of being the person that tells us a story. And when you're lucky, you have somebody that even listens to you. So, thanks a lot for listening. I love you lots. Have a great day. Bye.